Maybe just a little bit closer. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, so what are we looking at here? This is only a rough idea in my mind that I've been playing with. Some of you might see something already. This big circle going up here, let's drop that down, damn it. This is the sun. This one here with the bigger at the top, smaller at the bottom is the moon. From our perspective, we can never see that whole ring in one go. Your mind just can't comprehend it. So if it doesn't collapse it down into the moon or the sun, then we only ever focus on one part. From the ground, this is us, we'll only ever be looking up this one line. Do you understand? And that's why you can only ever see one point. We've all by now seen those dry ice magnets running around the track. Well, perhaps the sun is doing that and going up in a spiral to a point, and then coming back down again into a wider, and this is your seasons, yeah? Warmer summer, colder winters. Sometimes you see the moon, it looks massive because it's really close. And other times it looks really small and far away. And then there are these times where it crosses over. Perhaps this is what's causing the illusion. I don't know what else to call it. Perhaps the track it runs on, this big squiggly line, is the Earth itself. Perhaps underneath there is a mirror image of this, keeping it all in balance. And this is where we get the hourglass. And if you look closely enough, this is where we get the Star of David, with the as above, so below. It works if you just have that bit. Oh, there goes the egg. You understand? It's just an idea, just my thoughts. It's something I think was worth looking into, thinking about, considering. Everybody still thinks that it's an object of like this. How would you be able to see all the sky, and in your mind see all of the universe, all of the sun? If it was that big, it would collapse it down into the back of everybody's mind. You understand? And as we're looking up this point, let's say, you're always just looking along one point, and as it moves across, whoever's looking up is always looking up from one point. You understand? Anyway, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just talking out my arse. Peace and luck to you all. So just try and explain a couple more things. For instance, day and night time. So the below and above lines are sort of connected on one side. This is daytime, when they are at most activity and everything around it is brought to activity, and as it moves across, everything activates and everything behind it dies. You understand? Like in its wake, and in front of it, it ploughs a furrow of lightness as this moves slowly around this point of two energies on the top and the bottom moving around there. Okay, it's quite possible it's all tilted and at different angles and things like that. Oh, my mind's gone blank. Which one was I talking about? There was something else. Oh, okay, of course. Right, so there's a reason these are not the Star of David quite like that. There's a reason the let me see if I can do it. Yeah, of course I can do this. So there's a reason the tops are chopped off and you are left with a particular shape. Can you see it? It's there. I'll just quickly explain this piece again. Alright, so we've got the two triangles. Alright, we all know what that means. Now, we take off the capstone and we take off the bottom stone. Right? We get a call sign, male, female, blah blah blah. We take off the outer edges, and we get these odd symbols, and then we're left with something in the middle. Excuse my crummy drawing, right? But you're not looking at the right thing here. This is one of them. Now I can also draw it in a different way, and it will suddenly, you'll be like, ooh, what? Oh, let's see if I can do it. It can be drawn in so many ways, and it looks like that. It's a box, it's a cube. Yeah, square. Oh, with the lines going back there, lines going back there.
I don't know what half of this says.
I hope you can see it. That makes a little bit of sense. It's me and my rubbish. And there. Okay, because then of course that's gone. In winter we get the sun at the top. It seems to stand still for 3 days as it goes at its tight spiral. And then in the summer it seems to take a long time to go around there, but it's all moving at the same speed as it was at the top. It just seems to take longer as it moves across the above us down here. And of course, again with that there, it takes less time than it does for that to cross there. Alright, so activation with the sun, and the moon is some sort of extractor fan. Maybe something like that. It irradiates and decays apparently. One is hot, one is cold. Yeah, as above, so below. It's all there. I'll just pause this and add one more small thing about the energetic field around the outside, and we'll be back. Oh, you can't even see that at the top, can you? I do apologise. Did all that for nothing. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's all just knowledge. 1 second. So if you imagine, of course, the stars are made up of their own similar fields. Then of course the North Star would be up here, wouldn't it? All converging at a certain point. And if I just quickly add this one in here, if you look as I turn this, well, the stalk between my thumb and finger is staying still. It doesn't matter where that thing underneath moves. Alright, how I spin it, that little stalk stays almost perfectly within my fingers, right? And that would be how the field of energy is moving around the earth and how we see it, type of thing, yeah? All along those lines. Nothing perfect, nothing completely thought out, no mathematics to go with it. Just ideas for now. Visual, artistic ideas about the representation of the world. Okay? We've had too much faith and belief, we've had too much science, and let's try a bit of imagination, exercise a bit of free will, and see what we can come up with, yeah? Let's create a new story now. I don't live in someone else's story anymore, do you? Let's bring this close. Energetic fields. Those holes in the membrane, perhaps they're the stars. Not going to see it, are we? Anyway, what if I do it that way? Oh, look at that, through that little hole. That's like the stars. Negative space. Instead of there being holes, there is stuff. And it's just activating and deactivating. Perhaps they're during the day, they're just so activated that they are what causes the light. And then during the night when they're deactivating and the moon is absorbing all their energy, perhaps that's when they're at their darkest. Anyway, I could go on for hours. I've been here long enough. Peace and luck to you all.